Okay, so Travis Hunter, Colorado two-way football star, plays offense and defense, just won the 2024 Heisman Trophy. Congratulations, young brother. You deserve it. I was rooting for you 100%. But let Uncle Frank talk to you. Today, instead of celebrating this monumental achievement, something that should be one of the highlights of your career, we talked about one of your other highlights of your career, your last college football game, was clouded by stories of your girlfriend's discontent, let's just say. She has made it a point to make herself the focal point of every one of your crowning achievements. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me just show you real quick. There you go. Dion's up. Mom is up. Dion has to tell his girlfriend to stand up, his fiance to stand up. Coach Prime, only man to coach him to do that. Now, you might say we're nitpicking, but this is a pattern at this point of disrespect. I'm just being man to man here. Like I said, this is Uncle Frank talking to you, Travis. I respect your game. You're a ball player. I mean, I know you just out there focusing on the main thing and you can't necessarily see. Travis is going to go top 3 in the draft. Probably number 1 now with this Heisman Trophy win. So he is going to be an instant NFL draw, an instant NFL star. Along with that comes the finances. Along with that comes the attention. And you're dating this girl. You're about to get married to this girl who you've been with since high school. Now, there's nothing wrong with the girl. She's fine. It's okay. But boy, I'm telling you, there's about to be so many women throwing themselves at you. Not that that should deter you, but if I'm just honest with you, and we can take a poll in the chat. How many of y'all are married to the girl you were with in high school? You can put your comment below. I already got the answer to that question. Almost none of you. And how many of y'all are actually going to go top 3 in the draft? The issue last week or 2 weeks ago was that Travis had made contact with maybe the cheerleaders from the other team and, had a conversation, and that made her jealous. And I think this is where the key of this comes from, Travis. The jealousy. Trust me, I had an associate back in the day that is now successful, who's in a long-term relationship with this girl while he was in school. His girlfriend was also in the industry that he was going into. Now, that's not the case with Travis, obviously, because she's not going to put on no pads and suit up for a football game with you. But in the attention economy, you all are in the same field. Because nowadays we have something called social media. We have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have YouTube. And as far as coexisting in a relationship with someone who is in the same field with you, there has to be an agreement in some ways. But my associate was in the same field as his girlfriend at the time. And as soon as he started having success, she was depressed. She started trying to sabotage him in a way, trying to compete with him in a way, trying to get more than he had so that when she came home, she could be the top dog in the situation. Unfortunately, this is what we're seeing in this pattern with you and your girlfriend. Your girlfriend, your fiance now, she has told you from the beginning that she wasn't interested in you. What changed? I'll tell you what changed. She actually figured out who you were. That means the initial attraction that a woman has for a man was not there. That sets up an impasse in the relationship that is going to be hard to overcome. You are going to constantly be trying to please her. In the meantime, the world is at your feet. There's something to be said about relationships when she likes you more than you like her. it sets up a dynamic. It sets up a natural dynamic that allows you to go out and do what you need to do to build this family, this collective. And you could tell by this moment of her not even wanting to stand up and rise and acknowledge you. She couldn't read the room that everybody else had stood up to applaud the 2024 Heisman Trophy award winner, remained in her seat. As a theater person, somebody who's performed on stage, I'll tell you, when you get a standing ovation and somebody decides to stay in their seat, that is the ultimate sign that they were not happy with your performance, the ultimate sign of disrespect. And you have to understand that is, whether consciously or not, subconsciously, she disrespected you in that moment. Now, it also goes back to, now you're having to defend yourself. And that's what I said. I don't want to offend you, because I know you actually had some words for Godfrey after Godfrey's take on it. But a couple other people, shout out to Godfrey, the comedian. Let's take a listen to what Godfrey had to say.
Hunter, listen, Travis. I just want you to be careful, man. I said it. Be careful. Congratulations on your engagement, but man, you might have to disengage, because it's something about this woman, man. The way she was talking to, and she was talking like she was really that chick. Listen, you love who you love. Facts. Okay, I got that. That's all logical, but something ain't right. I just watched that dumb video of you guys in those matching pajamas that bugged me. And she was like dogging you, going, yeah, he wasn't my type. I was like, he wasn't my type.
It wasn't my type.
And then we went to this party and then we fell in love. I think, personally, I don't know when y'all dated, with high school, I don't give a fuck. But when she found out your stats, bro, that's when I think she was like, oh, I love him. I don't know what she is. She's like Indian looking, Latino looking, with a sprinkle of Ebonics. I don't fucking know what she is. But one thing I do know, you need to watch your ass, bro. I'm so serious, man. I just something ain't right. And I'm sure people agree with me right now. They're agreeing with me. Don't get sucked into this shit, bro. You better sign all kinds of fucking papers, man. All right? You better have an ironclad fucking contract, because something ain't right. I didn't like that video. He wasn't my type. Remember, you wasn't my type. But when you're successful, you everybody's type. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, they find out your potential. Now you everybody's type. Be careful with that shit, bro. I'm just saying. I hope Coach Dion is helping him out. Like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I can't tell you what to do. You just gotta have confidence in what you're doing, and I bless you, bless God, and just be careful of the bullshit. I just didn't like what she said. She said, I'm not your type. He said, yeah, I think you should have let the bitch go. That's what I didn't mean to curse, but I'm just saying, it is what it is. But
even Dr. Umar weighed in on it.
There had been rumors that Coach Prime, Dion Sanders, had tried to communicate with Travis Hunter that you might just want to slow down a little bit. Not to say that she's not a nice lady, not to say she's not the one, but you're moving kind of fast. I mean, I'm saying now, to be the number one football player in the country, or number two, depending on how you rank him and Shedeur Sanders. And by the way, both of them are my two favorite college football players, and will probably be my two favorite NFL players if they don't start bunny hopping. But anyhow, you have not played an NFL game. You have not even been through the NFL draft. You have no idea of the type of women you're going to meet whenever you get to whatever team that you're going to play for. He's still a child. You've only been in Boulder, Colorado, and you've been in Jackson, Mississippi. Why not give yourself some time to explore life before you just jump the hoop with this woman? And I'm not going to say nothing against the young lady. She might be a nice young lady. Obviously, I have issues with it, because I believe black men should be married to black women. And this looks like it's going to be another tragic tale of another multi-million-dollar black athlete who sooner or later is going to get divorced, and his non-black wife is going to run off with all of his career earnings, as we've seen with so many other athletes and continue to see on a regular basis. So I'm not for it at all. But again, I'm not besmirching her character. I'm sure she's a fine young lady. But for him to be engaged already, and for him to be about to get married, and he doesn't even have a prenuptial agreement, Are you out of your mind, Travis Hunter? No disrespect to the young brother. I'm a fan. But bruh, slow this down. Put the marriage on ice. I need him to put that marriage on ice for about 2 or 3 years and don't have any children out of wedlock while that marriage is on ice. My fear, Art, is he's going to run into the queen of his dreams and it's going to be too late.
Here's the thing. We're all fans of Travis. Myself, Dr. Umar, Godfrey, we don't have any dog in this fight. We don't lose anything, right? And some people would say, go ahead, let him bump his head. But you've got brothers out here that are willing to impart a little wisdom to you. You should at least take a listen to that and not write them off as they don't understand what it is to be a lit pro athlete. And don't be in California. Don't get drafted by a team in California. Oh, it's a wrap. It's going to be 50% or more to get out of this relationship. I have a friend who is getting divorced. It's very simple to get married. Do a ceremony, you sign a piece of paper, pay some money, good to go. To get out of it is very difficult in some cases. And then you add millions of dollars in contract on top of that and assets, plus children potentially. Yeah, it's going to be a pain in the ass. And we just see the play developing here. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's why a lot of brothers who are really commenting on this, because they can see the play developing. You're the Heisman Trophy winner. You got so much potential. You play offense and defense, and you're good at both positions. Under the tutelage of one of the best two-way players, Dion Sanders, right? You're ready for the next level. We just want to make sure you're ready 100%. We just want to make sure you're mentally ready for what's being thrown at you, what's about to be thrown at you. And having a good partner in that time, and like I said, she's shown on several occasions she ain't necessarily she's not necessarily the biggest Travis Hunter fan. Let's just say. She's not going to be a good helpmeet. That being said, I'm more than willing to be surprised, and I hope you all have a happy relationship if you decide to make this move. But just give it a couple years and see how it goes. See how it goes when you focus on your career and your passion and being a young man. I mean, you're in your early 20s. How old are you? You're 21 years old, man. I'm going to tell you, women that we knew in our 20s, early 20s, we don't know them no more, man. Have moved on and they have lives in other places. But just be careful, young brother. That's it. Get the prenup. Get it signed. That's non-negotiable. And anybody in his family and his inner circle should know that. Because, like I said, the play is developing. And we're looking down the field 10, 15 years. It ain't going to be pretty, man. But anyway, I want to know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think we're being too hard on Travis? Or is this tough love that he's getting from his uncles around the internet here that he needs to hear, that he needs to grow into the man that he is going to be? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. Make sure you sign up for my Substack, my Twitter, my Instagram. All the links will be in the description. This is Faucette Media.